Thank you for watching our parent presentation on the grade 10 winter camp that takes place in the new year. We have an itinerary to go over, which is our overview and camp goals, as well as the itinerary, risk and safety precautions, how to pack for the trip, and some of the key dates that you need to be aware of as we move forward into the new year.
Our winter camp takes place at Manning Park, and we'll see the grade divided into 3 groups of roughly 30 students. Each camp will be chaperoned by teachers from Mulgrave Outdoor Education as well as volunteer teachers from the senior school.
The grade 10 winter camp is an unscheduled course that will show up on the students' final report card, and they will be assessed against the 3 ATL skills that you see on the screen. 2 of them fall under the umbrella of self-management, and 1 of them, relationships, falls under the umbrella of social skills. The exciting and different part of the grade 10 winter camp is being able to camp in a new environment. The students set up tents in snow, they cook in outdoor cooking shelters made of snow, and they also apply all of the skills that they would have developed in middle school fall camps to this new environment. This takes a great deal of organization and collaboration on their part, which are the ATL skills that fall under this trip goal. The second goal that we have is for students personal and group management while they're in a winter camp. This is a different environment for students, and their ability to keep themselves warm, keep themselves moving, and will also allow for them to be better group members in terms of their tent group as well as the larger group that is out on the camp with them. Lastly, the fun thing about this camp is that it involves so many different types of winter traveling, including snowshoeing and skate skiing, tobogganing, and ice skating. And the students get to try out, if they haven't done these skills before, all of these different things while they are out on the camp. And the last goal that we have for students is to develop their winter camping skills, and we do this through fire building.
The itinerary of the camps are the same across the 3 different dates. Students will meet at the school at 7:30 with the intention of the bus departing by 8 a.m. and we will drive over to Manning Park with a stop around halfway for some food and breakfast. When we arrive at Manning Park, we will take a short snowshoe into the camp and set up our tents and our kitchens. One of the nice things about camping in winter is that you can manipulate the snow around you to make things a little bit more comfortable with kitchen tops, seats, kitchen tables, so on and so forth. Once we've set up our kitchen and our tent site, we'll go for an afternoon snowshoe. The campsite that we're at is beside a sequence of lakes, and when they are frozen and covered in snow, it's a really beautiful area for us to snowshoe around. In the evening of the first day, we will cook our dinner, and once we are well fed and watered, we will light a fire if conditions permit, and we'll have some night activities. On the second day, we wake up in the morning after a nice warm night in our tents, and we will break down camp and make our way towards the cabins at the main resort of Manning Park. Once we're there, we'll have lunch in our cabins, which are equipped with full service kitchens, and then we will move into an afternoon activity of fire building. That evening we'll cook dinner in our cabins and then move on to some night activities where students have the choice to either go tobogganing or ice skating. On the third day, we will have breakfast in our cabins and then get ready for a morning skate ski lesson, which will last a couple of hours. Once the lesson's finished, we will pack up all of our gear, make sure our cabins are clean, and then get on the bus back to Mulgrave, planning to arrive at 3:30 to allow for parent pickup at 4 o'clock.
There are many different risk and safety precautions while out on the camp. Most of them will be similar to other camping experiences that your child has done at Mulgrave. We would strongly recommend that you read thoroughly over the informed consent that has been shared with you on School Cache Online, and once you have read that, please sign it and submit it electronically to us. The one thing that is different about this camp is camping in a winter environment. Manning Park has very different weather than what we have here in the Lower Mainland, and that's something to be aware of, specifically when we talk about the clothing and equipment that's expected on this camp. And the trip can go down below -10 at night. The coldest that I've had on this camp is pushing closer to -20. So please be aware that the winter environment does pose different challenges, and we've outlined those on the informed consent.
One of the underlying themes of the Grade 10 Winter Camp is students taking personal responsibility for themselves and for the group that they are in. This is of particular importance when it comes to ensuring that all of the students have a safe and enjoyable experience. And so student behavior and responsibility is of high importance on this trip.
When students come back from winter break, one of the first tasks that they will do while still at the school is plan their meals with their tent group. Last week, students filled in a form which identified the camps that they were able to attend, as well as who they wanted to be placed in a tent group with. When they come back from winter break, they will be in those groups doing their meal planning, and the students will be shared on a 3-day meal planning document. As you can see, this document has the ability for students to put down their group members' names, allergies within their larger group, as well as allergies that may be present in their tent and cooking groups. Students will be signing up to take part in either a breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a combination of those, depending on how they choose to do their meal plan. This meal planning document will be shared with you, as well as with the outdoor education team, so that we can monitor how the students are progressing in their plan, and to make sure that it has sufficient detail so that they will be able to purchase the right quantities and the right types of things to keep them happy and warm while they're out on the camp. On the screen, we have some key dates that you should be keeping in mind. We have met with the students so far twice. In these meetings, we gave them an opportunity to hear about the itinerary, as well as the required clothing and equipment. We did a show and tell with the students, and they had the opportunity to ask us any questions at that time about what would be expected in terms of the gear that they are meant to bring. You can also see on the slide the dates for the gear checks for students based on the camp that they are going to be attending. At these gear checks, we request that the students have all of the detailed items that are found on the clothing and equipment list that is listed on the school cache online. If you have any questions about what you have heard in this presentation, feel free to contact us in the Outdoor Education Department on the emails that are listed on the screen, or you're welcome to stop by room 0196 in the senior school in the new year, and we'd be happy to talk to you in person. Thank you.